Hello, how do you make hummus? And how do you even spell hummus? Hello again, I'm Neil. Welcome back to the channel where we try something new every day to make our family happy. You know how hard this is. But today I'm going to make my family happy with this dip. This delicious homemade hummus recipe. Ah, the flash forwards are so scrumptious. Should we dip some bread in on the footage? Thank you, future me, good work, because I'm not a cook. This is the first time that I'm making a food video or recipe video on this channel, and that's probably because this kitchen used to look like this. We'll get to the hummus as quickly as possible, I promise, but this is what our kitchen used to look like. Absolutely disgusting. And we lived with it this way for over 5 years. I didn't want to make food in there, let alone food videos. You can't tell from these pictures, but we only had one ring on the cooker and lots of rings on the countertop. So a few months ago, we knocked through the wall and now this is what it looks like. But I feel like I should be justifying this, but we spent about 5 years saving up for this. So I thought, well, the least I could do is share it with you and to share my amazing hummus recipe that I made up, that I cobbled together from lots of other hummus recipes on the internet from looking it up so many times, and evolved my own special version of this dish. Let's start making a mess in the kitchen. Let's mess it up a bit, yeah? I've got a second camera over here so you can get some good close-ups. First thing I'm going to do is to squeeze 2 lemons. These are quite small ones, I usually have bigger ones. These are from Lidl. And I'm cutting into them so they go deeper onto the squeezer and you get more juice out. Now, I don't know if I should be showing all of this in real time because I've not done a recipe video before. So I don't know if I should be showing any of this speeded up. Let me know in the comments if you're getting fed up sitting through all of this. And the next thing we need, probably the most important thing, are these chickpeas. And these chickpeas are in water. Come over to the sink and I'll empty them out and rinse them off. I'll just rinse these off by pouring them into this giant sieve spoon from Joseph. I'll put a link in the description because someone always asks what thing are you using there. You can get a bag of chickpeas and soak them in the water, but life's too short. It takes forever. They're sat in the fridge for 2 days. This way is much, much easier. Some people like the goo that comes off the chickpeas. I don't. I think it smells foul. Now I'm showing off because I've managed to get a whole can into one spoon. So let's put those into the bowl and I'm going to throw in the lemon juice and I'll probably scrape off some of the lemon bits as well. I just remembered I need a blitzer. I need a hand whisk thing. We've had this one forever. It's probably an electrical hazard. Somehow it's hanging on in there. Before I start that going, I'm going to put in the rest of the ingredients. So I'm going to put in a very generous, I hate saying glug. It's such a pathetic, trying to make a recipe sound more active and interesting. But I'm just going to throw in a load of extra virgin olive oil. I know I probably put in far too much of this, but I like it. And crucially, it bumps up the volume as well, so we get a bit more hummus. Next in is the garlic. Let me break off. And again, I probably put way too much of this as well, but I put in 2 cloves. And I'm going to choose the biggest cloves as well. And controversially, I don't use a garlic crush and I don't cut it properly. I use this. It's a microplane. If you are looking for a gift for someone at home or a best friend or something, this microplane is absolutely brilliant. I've put it on my list of gifts for him, which is down in the description. The thing I like most about the microplane is that it gets all the garlic in and it just makes it into this really smooth, fine paste, which is a bit pointless because we're using a blender to blend it all, but I just find it easier to use than a garlic press where you've got to like pick bits out afterwards. The final ingredient, this recipe is so easy. I'm going to go over here and try not to pull everything over. It's tahini, a big jar of tahini. We're living like kings. And I am going to put in half a jar of tahini. Tahini is sesame seed paste. This is a 300-gram jar, and I'm gonna put in half, so I guess we'll call that 150 grams. Sometimes I put in more, sometimes I put in less. Finally, we can get the blender going. This is a Braun Vario, and I'm gonna use this on the maximum power setting, partly to make the dip nice and fine, but mostly because I'm a bloke and I wanna use it at full power. So we'll just blitz the ingredients here. Try and get rid of all the chickpeas, turn all of the chickpeas into a nice brown paste. Should I be leaving all of this in? I don't know. I'll make it a nice long video. This is the hardest part now. I've got to get all of the hummus off the blender. If you weren't here, obviously I'd use my hands and steal some just to taste how it's going. And I'm showing great restraint because I've got two cameras on me. But I'm gonna put this in the fridge. Come with me. We are going to get this into the fridge, and there's no room. I'm gonna squeeze it in there. And I'm gonna leave it there for about 20 minutes. So should we do a time jump? It is 20 minutes later and time to get the hummus out of the fridge. Oh, probably should have covered it up, but it's still good. I like to keep the pita breads in the freezer, but these ones are defrosted. So let's get into them and get two of these good guys going. Look, there is a water pistol in here. I don't believe that anyone has fruit in their fruit bowl. Put down in the comments what's in your fruit bowl right now. Obviously I could cut some carrots or crudités to go with the hummus, but I'm not an animal and I like my bread too much. And at last I get to make the sensational hummus beauty shots. Should I put a blob of olive oil on this? Yeah, let's go for it. Time to try one. Oh, here we go. Oh, perfect. Another good one. Say hi in the comments below if you have a go at the hummus. I think this is my first and only food video on the channel, but right here is something else that YouTube knows that you're gonna love.
Can you please help my daddy get 10,000 subscribers? Just click on his face. Thanks, bye. Alright, this is gonna be the proper one, right?